Well, hello everybody, it's Leanne Greff with today's free class. I have fun projects today for you with a brand new bundle. I'm just going to get my laptop synced up. Let me know you're here, say hi, maybe where you're from, and especially if it's your first time here, I'd love to know that. Okay, I am on and here we go. Okay, and it's even straight. I have a thing about that if you know me. So I'm going to be sharing some swap cards, some inventory status list, what's new, of course, door prizes, and quite a few things. Good morning, Brenda and Trina, good friends, and both on the first on today. All right, they're both from Minot, so I know them and appreciate them tuning in. So thank you. All right. Good morning, Jean. Hi, Joan. Hi, everybody. Let's see. We're going to start with the inventory status list. So these are the things that are unavailable. Some of them are short, like just less than a week, hopefully. Now, when I have a date on here, this is approximate. That means that that's the week that they expect it to be in. There's only a few that are long, like one in August and one in July. There are a few other things. Most of the in color ink pads and blends markers are on low inventory, so they will likely go out of stock unless they're going to get a supply in. I don't know. So you might want to pay attention. So the first thing is embellishments, and we have a few dies. Then we have the stamp sets, and then a few other things here on the later list. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, it is chilly here, Lori. You're right. It is only like 50 some degrees. And this weekend when we had our big rummage sale, it was 80 and we were sweating and working and it was hot. And we were like, where's the breeze? Where's the breeze? And it's been so windy here. But that day we could not find a breeze for the life of us. So our big sale went very well. Some of you may have seen the pictures on my Facebook page, or I haven't put them on my blog yet. I will likely do that. But my customers get together and we have a big stamping sale every year in June where they sell their retired items, or I shouldn't say retired, they're unwanted, maybe tired of, maybe ordered too many of, many different reasons why they get rid of some of their stamping items. So yeah, that is a big sale. And some people say, where do you find all that? Well, it's not mine. In fact, I didn't sell anything. None of that was mine. I wait and have, I'm going to do a BOGO in August. So stay tuned for that. I have been saving my retired items so I can do my BOGO. Might do a box sale after the BOGO. We'll see how that goes. I like to get rid of it all if I can and not store anything. Kind of a goal of mine, not to have a lot of product on hand. So anyway, thank you. I had so many wonderful volunteers. My customers worked the sale. They organized the sale. They priced their own items, and we made over, I think it was $6,700 altogether on our stamping items. And like one gal made, I think, over $100, and she said, I didn't price anything over $1. So it's crazy. The prices are just crazy. But anyway, so moving on, let's get to door prizes. Okay, so last week's prize was a set of iridescent pastel gems and a pretty big stack of my free project sheets. So this is for sharing and this was for commenting. So I don't know if they're on yet, but these are the winners, Lori Gregg and Rhonda Murray. So I think Rhonda won the project sheets and Laura won the embellishments. So I have Rhonda's address, but I'm looking for Laura's. So hopefully she'll send that to me so I can send her the prize. So help me get the word out. If you like my videos, share them with your stamping friends, share them in a group that you're in. That helps me increase my followers. So for sharing next week, well, this video right here is a set of cards that I had for my one of my kits to go. So I do 2 kits to go every month, and this was one of last year's kits, and the cards, some of them are fun folds, so they open differently. But so this is for sharing, and then for commenting, I have a set of classic matte dots. So there are some more white up there, but so for commenting and for sharing, let me get the word out, and yeah, like I said, increase my followers. I get a lot of wonderful comments on my videos, which I really appreciate. So that that helps a lot. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to share some swaps. So we are going to start with, I only have, I think, 3 sets of swaps from bundles. So one is the, let's see, Country Birdhouse bundle, and another is the Country Flowers, which is what they call a mega suite. So everything on this page that's listed here is here on a suite collection. Now I will tell you, if anything is not available, you cannot order that item number. Then you have to order them individually and leave out the item that is not available. I believe the Country Woods designer paper is low inventory right now, and these dies I think are out. Well, let me see. Where is my inventory status report? No, it's not. It was low inventory. The Country Birdhouse dies are low inventory. I remember seeing that. So let's start with the Country Birdhouse. So here is a pretty swap. I even did some die cutting and layering with some of the Country Woods designer paper. So let's see, that one was by Mary Ann Grimmer, and she even added an extra few die cuts, 3 of them in the inside of the card. So extra special. Here is one from, let's see, this is from Cindy Pimley. Isn't that pretty? That uses the dotted circles 3D embossing folder. That is low inventory, I noticed today. So these dies are really cool. I do not have this bundle, and I will say yet, because these cards and what I've seen online are really pretty cool. So this one has a little, oh, I know, that's from my hanger. I have these clips that have these little sticky things. This is Monica Davis, and I have to put that back on the clip, that little sticky thing. So very pretty cards using the Country Woods. Now we're going to get into the Country Flowers. Okay. All right. So I have quite a few cards with those. In fact, I even have more. But here, more of the Country Woods designer paper, and Kim Peck made that one. That uses the leaves die. There's a lot of variations between the buckets and the, well, it's kind of another pot, and then a teapot. Here's one with a teapot. I love this one with a little bit of accentuated double designer paper here. And here is another. Now this uses the Country Lace designer paper, these 2 pieces, and even this is die cut from that. I love yellow and blue together, one of my favorites. Here is a fun fold with that little bucket, like that. So, and then the last one is this one here. So I don't have, oh yeah, this one is Betsy Kreider. And I don't have a name on this one. So aren't they pretty? So this is kind of a whole, like I said, it's a mega suite. You can pick and choose the products that you like, or you can get the whole suite if all the products are available. They have to be available in order to get the entire suite with one item number. And the reason for that one item number is some people just say, well, I want it all. Let me just do one item instead of multiples. Okay, so, and right now, I honestly wouldn't even order this suite collection because these are all reduced an extra 10%. So they're 20% off instead of just 10% right now. So all the stamp and die bundles are reduced. So that's that one, and I have one more suite to share, and that's this one, the Unbounded Beauty. So I'm focusing on Unbounded Love, and right now that's all available. The dies were low inventory last I saw. So isn't this a different card? Very cool how that label kind of catches a little bit with the ribbon. So I love, and that beautiful glimmer paper that's in the suite is there too. Here is another one with some of that glimmer paper. This is made by Donald Chevsky, my friend from Minnesota. So some of the paper here is the flower, let's see, Unbounded Beauty designer paper. In fact, I think almost all of these are. They use the dies, even these leaf dies are in here. So, and this is one of my favorite, this oval. So let's see, no name on that one. And this one is interesting where they used both of these and layered them together. So, and had a 3, and then they used 2 more plus the leaves. So it's many, many, many die cuts, and that's Susan Canfield made this one. So, yep. So that is the Unbounded Beauty or Unbounded Love bundle, which is an extra 10% off right now. So lots of bundles now. There are, like I showed you in the inventory status report, some that are not available, but not too many. We only have, you know, a few, but I know one of the most popular is the Spotlight on Nature. And unfortunately, the stamp set is not back until July 1st. So that one is kind of out of the mix. We can't get that. And these two, the Wildflower Design stamp set and Beauty the Deep set, they don't have an expected date on those yet. So there are some we won't be able to get during the this bundle sale that we've got going on. Okay, let's see. My talk about my kits to go. I have like 1 kit left of the Thoughtful Journey, but someone's kind of claimed it. She just has to get back to me. So that one, I may have a couple more, so check back with me maybe next week. And the flowers and frames and flowers, I do have a few left of that one. So the June kits were very popular. I'll start working on my July, I can't believe I'm saying that, July kits very soon. So yeah, that's summer, I never want it to go away. So here is the Tune In bundle that I'm gonna focus on today. I am missing the TV die. It's over behind me in my die cutting station because, and then one, no, it had both of them. So because we're using it at club tonight. So I am sharing 2 cards using this really cool, almost retro bundle. Some of this one especially is so my style. I just love that. And this die, and this, so wait till you see these cards. Yeah, they're extra, extra special. And I was inspired by one I saw online. Now here's my retro card. Isn't that fun? So I have a lot of colors on here. This fun die right here cuts out 5 at a time. So when I cut this out, I had 5 of that color, 5 of that, 5 of each of these. So kind of a neat way to make multiple cards, or maybe even the same color on one card. So lots of options there. But I have navy and pumpkin pie and azure afternoon, of course, white, smoky slate, granny apple, lemon lime twist. Those are the colors, and silver. So here is the inside, made a birthday card. I love the newsflash. There are so many neat sayings here. You're super, stay tuned for an important message. Newsflash, happy birthday, you're classic. So I love the retro style. Love, love, love it. I knew I'd like this card. This stamp set, when I ordered it, it was one of my top favorites. Okay, get everything out here. Now, I'm going to change the layout to be a vertical card this time. I'm getting all my, there's a lot of pieces here. So we're gonna see which one we like better and do a vertical card. So let's see, I know one of these fits better than the other. Yep, this one's the inside. We'll set that aside. We're gonna start from the bottom up and layer these pieces. All right, and I don't know why I'm gonna switch and make sure I know and remember that I'm doing vertical. So like I said, a lot of pieces, and my colors were inspired by the designer paper. However, I wanted to do blues, like navy, because my next card is in the blue line and I kind of wanted to keep a similar color palette. And then I decided, well, what colors are kind of retro that go together with this? So I added in the Azure Afternoon, which really isn't in here. This is Balmy Blue, but it works. Okay, now we're going to put that on here. And you're going to say, how can you do that and not know where you're at? Okay, I'm going to cut that. I left this long. I don't know why. I just decided to leave it long. So, because sometimes paper is not exact, and so if I have a long piece, I'm going to just trim my excess if it's too long, and then I know it fits. Okay. All right, and then we'll do, well, I could have gone over a little bit, but I guess I'm going to be off center, because if I do this, that's a, well, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's all right. We'll make it work. I would have had my Azure Afternoon strip over just a little bit more if I had thought about it better. Okay. All right. So I like to do my die cutting ahead of time. So I did do that. This is a die that fits there. And then I have all these fun little pieces, and I'm going to flip them to the right side, and you can tell what's the right side. First of all, if your plate that you're cutting on is rough, it ends up being rough, but there's a little lip and it's smoother on the top. So there we go. Okay, and how I want to lay those out, I think I'll do it like that. Okay, so we will just slowly add these and hope that I leave the right amount of room between each. I could start on both ends. That probably is a better idea. And I'm gonna, what I call kittywampus or cattywampus them, however you prefer to say it. And I'm just going to double check this, make sure this one needs to come over just a little. Okay. And if you are unsure about these placement, use a removable glue, or just don't press down. If you're using a tape runner, don't press down very firmly and you'll probably be okay. Okay, so like I said, I did stamp and die cut this ahead of time so I could make the card a little bit quicker than it might be. So we're going to do something like that. Then I have all these cool die cuts, and I seem to be missing, oh, there's one. Okay, so I wanted to have an odd amount, so I did 3 of these and 2 of those. So let's see what we think here. And I kind of want them peeking a little bit, and I don't know, maybe I want them not quite straight on this one. What do you think? Do a little bit. We have to do the antenna, so I will add that. Love this antenna. Okay, I don't know if I'll have room for all of these. Yeah, I can make room. They can peek. So this one, we're just going to start adding, and whatever happens, happens. Just a little bit on these larger dots. Don't want anything to leak out, so I'm quite skimpy with that glue on here. Let's see, I'll hold it on this one. And you could certainly die cut this with the adhesive sheets. It'd be a smarter plan if you struggle with the glue. Okay, and I'm just gonna put these where they landed. These I want straight, I don't know why. So how many of you have this or have eyed this bundle? I think it's pretty sweet. Nice, masculine without being cars or, you know, motorcycles or tools or whatever, but also could be kids, although kids would like be, what is that thing? Is that a TV? They probably don't even know what a TV like this would look like that sits on an antenna. Like, what is that, right? So I love the retro feeling of this. Now, I don't like that standing up, so I'm going to attempt to put just a little bit of glue on that, maybe on this one too. I don't want to bend it. That didn't work out so well. I'm going to get all sticky. Okay, all right, so now the news flash. And I cut myself a few of these because I never know if I'm going to be straight. So you're going to use Night of Navy. And I already got that sticky. My fingers are a little sticky. See if I can get this straight. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, and then I'm simply going to just trim at an angle. And we'll add this with dimensionals. So the next card that I'm going to be sharing is one we are making at my card clubs this month. Okay, there's the front, done. Now, we'll do the gems. Now on this one, I use transparent adhesive back dots. And let me show you all the colors that are in there. So we have 4 colors. And I thought that went very well with the Granny Apple or Lemon Lime. Now I decided I wanted to go silver, and I couldn't find these when I was doing this card, but these are the Basic Gray and Smoky Slate Pearls. So I like the fact that it matches the silver foil. So I think I'm going to go with the smaller. Yeah, it fits right in there. So now we can decide, do we like, well, I still have the inside to do. Well, I might not do it, but I'll just remind you what I did. So happy birthday with that fun little lightning flash, which kind of goes with the news flash. So isn't that a cute, cute card? I love, love, love the colors. So vertical or horizontal? I don't know. I kind of like the vertical. It's different. Okay, that is the first card. Now let's move to the second. And the second one is one, like I said, that we're making at my card clubs this month. And I have my last card club of the month tonight. So if anybody's watching, they're going to get a little sneak peek of what we're doing. Okay. All right. So here is the card. So it is a fun fold card, a double flap, kind of a diagonal flap card. So there you go, there's one. And here is another version. So this one says you're super. Stay tuned for an important message. Your classic Happy Father's Day. So it's a little bit late now for that one. But so there's a couple tricks on putting this together. So we're going to go over that. Now this designer paper is the new Regals 6x6 paper. This was gingham from last catalog, which I kind of didn't have enough of this. So some people got various papers, and you'll see another version on the card I'm making now. Okay, so here are all the pieces. Now remember that the project sheets for both of these cards will likely be posted Monday and Tuesday. So here's the one for this diagonal card fold, and that'll be posted, like I said, Monday or Tuesday. So they have the products in the back, if you print them double-sided, and then the pictures, measurements, and directions. So that is how I do my free project sheets. I always do one for my club cards, and then I do them for my live video. So I did heat emboss this. Now this designer paper is called the Tartan Plaid or Tartan Foil. I can't remember, but it's in the online exclusives. And it's a little bit glossy. It comes in 3 colors. And this one is Pebbled Path. So I heat embossed. My method for heat embossing is to take the embossing buddy, which comes in the embossing toolkit, and pretend this is upside down or the right side up. And I tap it with my bag of powder, and then I rub it across to get rid of any real excess powder. Then what you do is you ink your greeting in Versamark ink and stamp, and then right away you will heat emboss with white embossing powder. So that's how I do my heat embossing. Okay, but that's already done. And oh, come on, I swear I did that already. I didn't. Well, I'm not sure. You're gonna have to give me some grace here, because I did not pre-stamp and die cut this. So I will do that toot sweet and get that done. So this is the TV outline, and there is a die cut that goes with that. So I will quickly die cut that and be right back. And I would bring it over. You've seen everybody die cut, right? So it'll just take me a moment. So hang on. I can be pretty fast. I remembered to heat emboss, but I forgot to do the die cut for the TV. Okay. All right. Now I do, before I start doing this, I do want to stamp this background. So I don't know if you see these well, I'm going to call it my favorite image. And it is if I can find it. There we go. And I'm using white craft ink. One of my favorite things to do is use white craft ink. So this is the fold right now that I'm stamping the front of. So I like to keep this as straight as I can and ink well, and I'm gonna move it so it's not the same up and down or even across. So I'm going higher and then a little bit lower. And I don't like to keep my white ink real wet. So I tend to ink it as I need it. Just do a little bit right there. So then that just takes a little bit to dry, and while we're doing the rest. So I double down on this by stamping on the gray granite. So my colors here, I forgot to mention, are blueberry bushel and gray granite with white. So you can see I'm kind of raising and lowering and off, just doing a little bit different levels when I stamp, just so it's not all the same and will look random, almost like a designer paper. So that we will just set aside to dry and start working on the rest of the card. Let me see. Nope, I have to fold it this way. My bone folder out. So this is a normal 4 1/4 by 11 inch card, scored at 5 1/2, and then you simply cut off the half of that on from point to, or tip to score line. Now here are the papers that I have. Now this is, I think, balloon something. I don't know. It's current, and this is the Meadows. They're both current. This is a little bit. I don't think I'm going to use that one. I think I'll use this one and use the stars. So when you cut this piece, you simply cut a 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of designer paper, full rectangle, and then you just simply cut it in half on the diagonal. Very simple. It's not hard to get it even or straight. But you do have to pay attention to how you cut the diagonal, because if you cut it this way, you're going to end up using the other side. So that's quite important. Which angle you cut, very, very important. So this is one of those cards where you might want to make an extra and save it on hand. So, so you have it and you can follow your guide. Okay, so we're going to put this in the inside. Nice, kind of a neutral background. Try not to touch it too much. But like I said, I don't like my white craft ink to be really wet. And one thing you can do, I don't want to lay it here because I can see there are some, actually I'm going to lay this on there and try and get rid of any of that wet craft ink that might rub off, because it won't matter, I'm using the back side. But just turn your card over and you can see there's a little bit of white right there. So should have covered that up. Okay, so there's our background. Now, this one should fit on here. I really liked the layer of white here that kind of showed off this blueberry bushel fold. I'm going to turn that over, another clean spot, and burnish. This is called burnishing, to get your adhesive to stick well. And I can still kind of move it a little bit. I'm going to just make sure I wipe off my hands in case I have any of that craft ink. Oh, I can't. Well, yes, I can. So there's a secret to getting this even. That is a little busy, but it is what it is. So you need to, when you're adhering this, of course I want it to be as centered as I can, but I also need this to be able to close. So that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to, it's a little bit tricky to put this together. So I'm going to estimate and kind of lower that in, and then hold that and double check that everything is even Steven. I could even raise it up a little bit if I could. Okay, there we go. All right, so this, if you can see here, goes on the front of this layer. And I did not pop it up. So we're just going to add some adhesive. It's such a retro look, this stamp set. I really, really am loving it. We'll grab a few, just two dimensionals. And I really like this. Stay tuned for an important message. If you're of an age, you would remember those commercials. Oh, I'm sorry you're losing the video, Sarah. I hope that you get it back. I don't know what, maybe it's your internet. Hopefully it's not mine. Okay, since we did that, I think I'm going to just do, I can use this as a thank you card if I don't use a birthday. So I'm going to put your super in the inside, in the blueberry bushel. Okay. All right. And I could add I might do that just because I really like the lightning bolts as well. So I'm using gray granite ink and the lightning bolts. I'm going to stamp off once because I like a little bit lighter hue. Isn't that fun? Such a cute bundle. I know, exactly, Karen, right? The 50s or 60s when we used to watch TV, if you're, like I said, of an age, that you remember some of this. Oh, the old TV shows were just so good. I still watch little blurbs of like Carol Burnett or I Love Lucy. They were some of my favorites. Okay, we need some gems, and because I'm running low on the ones I used these. These are adhesive back metallic gems, and I only have a few silver ones left, and I'm going to save them for my club because not everybody wants to use the copper or the other, but I'm going to go back to the smoky slate and basic gray gems and add those on here. Because I thought they went pretty nicely. Okay, there we go. There are our cards today. Hopefully you got a kick out of these retro style cards with this tune-in stamp set and bundle. So yeah, it's a fun one. It really is a fun one. So that's it for today. I am done a little bit earlier than usual. So yeah, you're right, Jean. Nobody stole these kind of TVs. They were very, very heavy. And if you ever got a console one that was in a whole wood console, I mean, those were major furniture. Those wouldn't have been stolen either. So yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate tuning in. Haha, I said it. And it matches my set. So thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate it, and have a great week. Thanks so much for watching. Okay, bye-bye.